All right. Lost my voice a little bit last week, so excuse all of that. But overall, new week and a lot happening. So for now, for beginners, we've got some good positive movement on some of the stocks we entered on last week. And on top of that, all the tabs I have open here right now are pretty much the mainstay of stocks we're watching for. I also have this Snapchat call I swang over from last week, so I'm looking forward to see how that goes. This is looking real nice in red because crypto is looking real nice in red, with the Bitcoin and Litecoin coming back down below my averages. I think that at this point I've seen enough up and down movement in crypto so that I should start scalping it. So every time this goes above 180, I will sell it, as long as it looks like it's about to curl back down again. Then just keep buying it in and out. On top of that, we have ATER, ABVC, and GOVX, which we picked up last week at different times. Great movement in ATER. So now it's still going up. I've seen it move up and down a couple times, but overall it is still going up. To get a good understanding of what the stock is about, we can look right here. So let me open up my research tab. So right here, ATER. Right, we've got analysts looking at it, so a couple negatives, but today it's getting good movement, right? So generally a pump type of movement. That's all we're really seeing here, which is why it's one of these tabs, right? So all of these are tabs of stocks that show positive movement eventually. They go down, then they go back up. You pick them up when they're down, they go back up, and then you have fun with that, right? Of course, one of the most notorious, AMC. We're watching AMC today to see what it's going to do. It's back on its way up again. We can probably play this on open up to maybe 46, 47 again. It doesn't seem to be able to break 50 lately. So that's something, if you're an AMC connoisseur and you enjoy day trading AMC on the regular and scalping AMC and focusing only on AMC, great. It's in that case, you must be having a lot of fun right now because it has been breaking limits again, right? So that's wonderful. NNA, Root, Catapult, these are all stocks that we've been watching over the last month because they are clearly breaking new barriers, right? So these are all your pump stocks, basically. These are all profitable stocks, right? Root, again, was moving pre-market quite a bit today. So I want to keep an eye on that. All of these, generally speaking, have the potential of support in AMC. And so support and AMC are the latest two big pumps that were successful, right? AMC, of course, we've been seeing them getting pumped a long time. And the support just recently almost hit 50 and then broke through and almost hit 60 and then came back down, right? So this can always make its way back to 60 again, and you want to watch for that. Again, these are new highs for this, so we're still trying to see what resistance looks like, what the support looks like. There's a lot that is not known, so don't go in too heavy. I don't know what channels you guys follow. I'm one that's pretty conservative because there's a lot of channels out there that'll be like, oh, scared money don't make money, or zero or hero, and all these things. And they basically imply that you should go in heavy. One of the reasons they would want you to do that is because if you go in heavy on that stock, maybe you buy 100 or 500 or even 1,000, 10,000 copies of a certain stock, you might actually pump it up for them, the person that has already entered into it before alerting it, right? That's one of the flaws in these things, that most people that alert a stock have already bought the stock and then they tell you to buy it. So now when you buy it, you're essentially helping them in the sense that the stock will go up. It's a fair trade in the sense that you help the stock go up and they told you it's going to go up, right? So you get that exchange. But if you go in heavy, you don't want to end up being the zero on the zero or hero aspect of things. Scared money actually keeps you with the roof. You know, scared money don't make money. Sure, might be true. It might be true. Let's assume it is true. But scared money also doesn't make you homeless. You know, you don't want to become a zero and lose everything. You never go in super hard. Like, I knew this stock had very good potential of booming up. I picked it up back here when it was at 604. You know, after its first peak, it came back down, and then I picked it up. It was going back up again, right? And I could have gone in extra heavy, but I didn't. I only picked up 50 shares because you don't know that. You don't know. It could have gone up here and then come back down. It was very well possible that this line would just come back down to its usual base of about $3, right? So I went in heavy at 6, up 50%, 60%, and I'm hoping it's going to go up more. You know? And that's the 50 that I'm going to play over here, and I'm going to enjoy. So for today, I've already made back 176 because these are fresh profits, right? And the goal is to make $1,000 a day, $1,000 a day. That's it. Nothing insane, nothing far-fetched. Very easy, right? BLIN we're also watching today. It's got good movement, right? Since August 27th, and then today pre-market, good movement as well. BBIG, of course, in my Thinkorswim. I picked up, actually no, not even Thinkorswim. I picked it up on webull because webull has complete extended day trading. So webull I picked up, now webull and Thinkorswim both don't have privacy features per se, so it's hard to show it to you guys because it'll show my personal information, but well, I could show a bit of it, I guess. So right here we can see BBIG. I think interest, 3 of them. I picked up at an average price of 8.96. I did that at 4 a.m. Right at 4 a.m. I did that. So that was today. I woke up at 4 a.m., did my little bit of day trading for half an hour before going back to sleep again. And even at that time, a lot of things were moving. There were movement with Root. We have Root open here too, and NURO. So NURO, you can see, has been showing nice movement since last week. And all of this came back down a little bit. We refer to that as a healthy pullback. Then we watch for it to go back up again. Same thing with Root, good pre-market movement today, right? So all of these are guys we're waiting to see what happens at 9:30 as time approaches towards 9:30, and then of course right after 10, right? Is it still going up or not? Because between 9:30 to 10, that's what I often refer to as the true power hour, not what people usually refer to as power hour, which is around 3 or so. Because in that moment from 9:30 to 10, everything is either going to boom up or boom down, and then after that it'll stabilize, and then throughout the day there's usually minimum movement or very slow rate of movement, one of those two, right? And we've seen that every day with our power stocks, right? The power stocks that we trade on a regular basis for day trading purposes, right? We see the same thing every day. So one of our major day trades have been Penn. Right? Penn has been on a very strong bull run. Now, as soon as the day starts, you can see in this weekly chart, as soon as the day starts, there's already a movement from pre-market up, right? And then right at 9:30, when the market opens, it might go up a bit more, after which it has slow movement throughout the day, and it has multiple instances throughout the day where it's kind of come back down, and you might want to feel some panic or something. It even does something like this here, big down, right? Got to be careful, got to be staying strong, got to have faith in what you're trading, right? And then of course, don't trade blindly. Look at the level 2 data, look at what are people buying, how many are people buying, how many people are selling, right? And then you want to understand that, is there more buying or more selling happening? Now, at this moment right here in this still frame, it's still framed because this is Robinhood and it starts at 9:30. But right here we can see a lot more people are buying, right? We got this 10,000 person right here buying, whereas we have an order book here for people who want to sell at these certain prices, right? So we can see that this is most likely going to get to that point and then not really go much further, But at the same time, right now, I do think it'll go further because not too many people are selling, right? It's like 1, 11, 1. Sometimes people set an order for 1 simply because they want to see if it even made it to that point and they want to get an alert, right? So for example, I might buy 27 stocks at 83, 81 and then set a limit order to sell just one of them at 84.30. This way, I'll know if it made it to 84.30 because it'll sell. I'll get an alert and I'll see that, oh yeah, look, I sold it at 84.30, right? So that's one thing people do, and then they set more. So this same guy might have decided to set 12 more at 84.36 and silly stuff like that. I'm just making that up, but it's an understanding purpose, right? You can also see the green is much higher than the red over here for now. We want to see what happens when the market opens. Right, when the market opens, this is going to start becoming live data, and I'm looking to get pen calls today as well. I've been trading pen calls all of last week. I've been trading AMD calls for quite a while, and even last week AMD had a really good look at that power movement, good pre-market movement. So it's ready. Right, I wrote my note right here. I made these notes this morning. A break of 112.50, take it long. Right, so we're going to take it long. We're going to take it long. We're going to wait to see what happens with the prices once the market opens. Here, this is again, you know, it's a movement, but these are not reaching all-time highs. Remember with AMD, it had just recently reached all-time highs, right? The 1-year high right here. We were trading it at this point, right? It went to 118, almost touched 119, didn't really make it to 120. Now it's on its way back. So we want to see if this time around it can break 120. And we want to be part of that joyride. Now, one of the other things we've seen throughout our trading together on this channel is that if the market opens way above this dashed line, right? So this dashed line is basically kind of where it was yesterday, kind of where it last left off, you know, Friday basically. Now today, because of pre-market movement, it's opening much higher, right? So what often happens as soon as the market opens is this is going to dip. A lot of people who use Robinhood, don't do extended day trading, stuff like that, they're going to be selling right when the market opens, right? So it's going to dip. And then after that, right, we can kind of see it here. You know, you got a couple people that want to sell in this range, 112.77, whatnot. So it's going to have a lot of sell orders that are going to fill. And then it'll start moving up. So you don't want to get options right up here because then you'll become really negative and then you'll need to average down. So just wait for it to come down, right? Another thing that can happen is it could start running up to 114 right away. It's less common, but that can also happen, at which point you end up missing out. Now remember, no matter what you do, either you wait for the dip and then buy, or you just wait and realize it just went up and don't buy. Either way, one thing will always be for sure. You ended up retaining your cash. Cash is a position, and you're happy. You didn't lose money. You didn't make money, but that's okay. Didn't make money is not a reason to cry. Lost money is a reason to cry. So very important to make sure you understand that concept. You know. Lastly, we're looking at SPY and QQQ as always, right? SPY has been breaking barriers, right? The market has been sexy. However, there's one very critical thing that you can obviously see here is the dips, right? So we can confidently say with SPY, because it's happened like literally from here all the way to here, that every time SPY dips, you buy calls, right? While it's dipping, you can buy puts, but once it's done dipping, you buy calls, right? This most recent one just occurred when the Kabul explosions were happening, right? The Kabul attack right here, actually 25, right? So you wanna make sure you see it, right? Sometimes you wanna know the news, what's happening with market, whether Biden said something stupid again or JP is speaking, right? Whatever might be happening, but whenever SPY dips, be excited to pick up calls. And if it's a Friday, if it dipped on a crazy Friday, it's pretty safe. Don't go heavy. But it's pretty safe to swing a call into Monday because most likely by Monday the market will be recovering pretty heavily, right? Same thing with QQQ, right? Been on a very nice power move, new 1-year highs, right? So with the way SPY and QQQ are, a 1 year high is basically an all-time high. Now, what we're always scared of is this day, right? Something like this. So this happened here because of COVID-19, right? COVID-19 struck out of nowhere, unprecedented, no one knew it was coming. Boom, everything just dipped, right? So now we're at such a huge power position that it's very sensitive. Things can go wrong, anything can happen at any time, and it can dip. So once again, as I'm saying, don't go heavy. When you buy SPY and QQQ options, don't go heavy. Try to have a stop loss if you know how to do that and you're comfortable with it. Try to make sure you scalp, right? Buy it when it goes down, sell it when it goes up. Make sure to trim, right? If you bought 10 shares, as it's going up, keep selling two. Every time it hits a new 50-cent gain in the price target. Right? These are the ways you'll make sure you maximize your profits, right? And in another 14 minutes, we'll be able to see what else, everything else is looking like. But yeah, crypto is really killing it, so it's kind of whack, very unfortunate. I'm gonna start scalping my 300 Litecoins now, so my average is 173. I could still sell 200 Litecoin that I picked up much cheaper than 168, and those will still be positive, but I'll wait. As soon as this goes to anywhere above 180, I want to sell it and then wait to buy it again later, right? So that's something I want to do. With Dogecoin, I picked these up at an average of 25 cents, so there's not much for me to do here. I'm just going to hold and watch and relax. You can see your crypto stocks have all plummeted as well because crypto plummeted. Chinese EDU stocks showing some movement this morning, as well as in the pre-market, as you can see, AACG, FEDU, right, one EDU already up 7.5%. This EDU is usually the one that moves the most when it does move. So, I don't really mess around with these too much, but these are all practically penny stocks. And if you're ever in the mood, just pick up a shit ton whenever you feel like it. For example, if we look at EDU, just to make it clear for you guys when to pick it up. So if we look at EDU, something weird happened and it just sank, right, from the 18 and then from here, and then it died. This was when the whole China ban stuff was happening. Now, at this point, it looks like the new normal is around 180. Right? So anytime you're around that price range, you pick it up. Right? If you picked it up at 2, today you woke up pretty happy at 215. And it's still moving. So this might go on to 230, 250, stuff like that today. If you want to diamond hand it, if you picked it up anywhere around 180, then you can diamond hand it and relax. Right? So that's another thing. So Chinese stocks, the Chinese EDU stocks are all always kind of sort of just randomly going green. So you want to pick them up when they're at a low or when they're at a stable position for like at least, a week roughly. Now if we come back up here and look at our power stocks to see how movement has looked. So I like to see, the first 20 minutes, see what's happening and then decide which ones are looking like they're going to be bringing out a nice power move upwards today, right? So let me see. I got AMD and Penn open, SPY and QQQ, got my webull. So right now I can see JP Morgan is looking nice, right? It's got that nice strong, as I refer to it, the morning wood. Same thing for LEN, nice morning wood right here. McDonald's, okay. We've traded McDonald's before as well. AMD and NVIDIA are both being up, and then where's MU? MU is also up pre-market, right? It's above the dashed line, so that's pretty nice. That's nice synergy, which further confirms for me to some extent that I can expect AMD to go up. So I'm going to be watching AMD. I'm going to pick up calls right at the open. And then if it's, and I'm going to be careful on how many I pick up, because as we just said, right, it can run, as soon as it opens, it can run up to 114, or it could die down and then start running up, right? So I want to save some money to average down. So I'm going to buy a few as soon as it opens and then buy more if it dips, right? And if it doesn't dip, then whatever few I bought at open, it'll keep going up. I'll enjoy that, right? And I'll sit back and enjoy that. With level 2 data, I have the ability to tap into margin. I'm not looking to do that though. So I'm going to be working with a very small amount of just $205. I don't really have too much to work with for today, right? So a majority of this is going to be just telling you guys what looks good, and then you can go ahead and pick it, right? So JP Morgan, of course, has been on crazy bull run, but it has many days of pulling back, right? So you want to be careful. Now today is not a crazy bull run kind of day. See, remember, like whenever it does this massive pre-market movement, you can see it falls back down the next day, right? So right now we're looking pretty good. It looks like a nice day for it to just go up and nowhere else, right? Slowly creep upwards. So we might do JP Morgan. LEN has also been on a nice positive movement. A lot of the analysts I've been following are also trading it. So you can see, you know, it does a less positive movement than something beautiful like AMD though, right? But again, even actually AMD I wouldn't call beautiful. Penn is the one that generally has been beautiful in this last week or so, you know. But AMD, you know, has been kind of struggling, if anything. So you know, you watch and you see it looks like it's curling upwards right now. So we'll see what this does in the next 8 minutes. We have done day trading on McDonald's before. It's already got some nice pre-market movement upwards. I'm gonna have to see what this is gonna look like as well in the next 5 minutes. But throughout this video so far, we've discussed some critical, you know, and if you just joined, then you want to make sure you watch this video from the beginning later on whenever you have some free time, because we talked about some critical things, right? About how to trade correctly, how to be successful in trading, not have too much losses. And we discussed SPY and QQQ. We discussed the Chinese EDU stocks and how they're moving. We talked about the crypto stocks and how they're moving, why they're moving, how to set yourself up to grab this the next time. Right? We covered a bunch of things in this video so far. Now we're at that point where we just lay back and relax. And let me see what these notifications on Discord are all looking like. What's happening? We got some spam people trying to say, join my server. We've got calls on things we've already figured out. Watch list of BBIG, BLIN, which we've also already figured out. Oh, it looks like BLIN is making some really good movement. Let's take a look at our... Okay, so these are all the stocks we talked about this morning, with how these are the ones that are generally getting pumped right now, and any one of these could be the next support. Support can be the next support if it gets pumped again back to 60. Right, so BLIN on a nice move, very nice move. I'm in on BBIG on my Thinkorswim app. Sorry, not Thinkorswim, on my webull app. And I'm in ATER right here at only 604, so this is already up quite a bit. Root is still moving. NNA. So this we might want to just watch for now. Don't buy NNA right now. If you bought it here, you're brilliantly up already, so you're good to go. But at this point, it looks like it might make some more movement downwards before it does anything. LTHM is an alert I just got this morning. I don't really see it being discussed too much in any other servers, so you know, I'm wary on what it might do. It's related to lithium and batteries, so you know, I'm not sure what it's going to do. I just want to let you know why I have it open, because I did get an alert. So I'm going to be watching it to see what it does, but I'm not sure. Right. SGOC we've played with before. It's back at it again. We last played with it right here when it was making crazy movement, you know, all the way to 20 from a $2 stock. So, you know, that's a big 10x movement. Now it's at 9, so we'll see what it's going to do. I'm in on Catapult and my Thinkorswim app. This is one of the day trades I'll use over there. I woke up at 4 a.m. to alert that one, and I picked it up at 4 a.m. as well. So things I picked up at 4 a.m. were the Catapult. So right here, KPLTI alerted at 4:12 a.m., which was right after I bought it. And I picked it up in Thinkorswim. And then, of course, BBIG and BLIN. Perfect alerts. So far, so good. All green, right? Now, for this week, we have a couple things we need to watch out for. I've got it in the description of the video, as well as, of course, right here on Discord. We have our economic calendar of things that can happen, right? So, of course, unemployment is going to be discussed on the 3rd. Huge issue on unemployment. It's been going up. People are enjoying their unemployment payments on a weekly basis, and then those payments every week get amplified by whether or not you have kids. So people really have no motivation to do anything but just sit there because you're getting money for free. To a certain point, unemployment was reasonable and it made sense to give people help. Now it's not that you're giving people help. Now you're literally holding people's hands when they don't need it anymore. Okay, and they're choosing not to do anything. So payrolls and unemployment rate discussion is going to happen on the 3rd of September. This may be a day when SPY goes down. Okay, and we will also be watching for the stock STAF and JOB, or is it JOBS, either one. Right, those two you want to keep an eye on that day. We'll talk about it when we approach that day. Earnings, we've got the picture right here. Right, so today, before market opens, LI and CLDR, and then after market closes, Zoom. So I want to see what happens with Zoom. Zoom's been on a really nice movement upwards. This is one of the power stocks we watch for calls and options every day, calls and puts. Look, I'm going to check it out right now to see what it does. Right, ORPH is one of our old stocks that had a pump. It went up like 10x as well, or 5x, I'm not sure, but it had boomed up one day, and that's when it became, well known to everyone. They have earning call tomorrow before market opens, and then CrowdStrike Holdings, another one of our power stocks for option plays, has earning call tomorrow after market closes. So now we've seen that after earning calls, Zoom, CrowdStrike, they might just fall. It's been something really unpredictable, unfortunately, that after earning calls, even if it's good earning calls, a lot of times stocks just plummet. Sometimes they just randomly go up. So you can't go in heavy predicting anything, but you try. Right? HUIZ is also another one that's got really good movement. Another one of our power stocks. So they also have earnings Wednesday after market closes. And that's about it for now. So we're going to just keep watching for now. 2 more minutes until we can decide what to pick. Let me just run through some of these alerts real quick. Okay. Market's looking pretty good. Let me see. My power stocks. So AMD, Apple also, look at that. Apple looking really nice. So we have to see what calls we grab. Apple may be looking nice right now, but it's a very funky stock that randomly starts falling all over the place, and that's not fun. So these are all the stocks we're looking at for potential plays. And the market has opened, so let's see. Let's see what's happening. Pricey. Apple's coming back down. JP Morgan. Okay, I'm gonna close McDonald's. AMD. Okay, Apple's going. Going fast. JP Morgan with the morning fall, Len with the morning fall, AMD is going. So Apple and AMD ended up going pretty well. AMD is expensive. Right, these are expensive calls for AMD today, this week. Now, there's something that sucks here. After the 150 point, there is no 151 call. Jump straight to 152.50, which ends up being a problem because this easily goes to 0 and you can't do shit about it. You know, if you end up holding it through the week. So now we watch for a little bit of a pullback, if possible. You see JP Morgan is just dying. Len is just dying. And I'm not really looking to do puts, to be honest, because market is healthy right now. So don't be toxic. There you go. See? So that always happens. That's like a form of erectile dysfunction right there. It just fell too quick, right? Now you wait to see what it does from there, because if this just dies from here, then you just saved yourself. AMD is often stronger than that. It doesn't just die out of nowhere. Right, PayPal, QCOM, cost is just flying. That's the morning wood we look for, right? This is just gone. Just went from 450 to 451. Let's see. Also very expensive. It's not doing it. Again, just remain calm and collected, you know? Cash is a position. You have your money. You didn't buy anything. You're good. Let's see this is going. So Apple really looks pretty confused, to be honest. AMD does not look confused. But we have to work with 200. Okay. So it's difficult. Doesn't look like anything's worth grabbing. But the stocks we've been watching are moving. Stocks are moving big time. So we've got Sport jumping back to 40 again. ATER coming down. Okay. BBIG is going. ABVC is going. I'm in here at 295. I think I'll take my 975. Okay, so those are pre-market stuff. I kind of want to take my profits here. So we're looking at low to data. It looks pretty even to me. People are buying and selling, but a lot of people are selling. All right, we got some big numbers of people selling. We've got some slightly bigger numbers of people buying, which is just a lot higher. But it's not good enough. I hate that all of this is like blocking the graph. Like, why would they put these signs right here? I can't even see the graph. That's stupid. But all in all, it is looking more on the green side. So, you know, I'm not sure why it's dipping, but it is. All right. Root looking to go. Apple coming back. Okay. So AMD did the jump up, right? 114. Still slightly nice, slowly going up, but it can curl back down at any time. Don't really want to take that hit. Not a fan of taking that hit. Wix, Microsoft, QQQ. All right, we can grab this. Great. Looking very nice and strong. SPY is also looking pretty decent, at least for where it started. But the QQQ, yeah, I would be very confident in QQQ because I can see that MU, AMD, Apple, Nvidia, all of these power shares in the electronics industry, PayPal, Qcom, they're all going up, right? So these are our power stocks that are great calls today. So they're all going up. I'm pretty confident with QQQ going up. Yeah. And I would watch to see where it goes to today. Probably scalp QQQ, keep it comfortable, keep it safe. Started the day out with cash in hand of 200. I think it was 204. I'm just gonna write 204. Okay, started the day at $204 cash in hand. Bought 2 QQQ at 0.55, so that's everyone. It's not moving too quickly. Oh, now it's moving quickly. So let me see right here. I should have alerted before taking my quick notes, but it is what it is. So you can see how that QQQ entry, right? This QQQ entry we took a lot of time with that. Market open at 9:30. We just bought it at like 9:38, 2 minutes ago, right? And it was a great buy. You can see that it has gone up big time. I went in light because I don't have a lot of cash to work with right now. Most of my cash, or a lot of my cash, is in other things, right? Now ATER, as it's making its way down, I'm just gonna go ahead and sell it for now. Get back in on this later. So I'm gonna put to sell at 810 maybe. Get rid of all 50. BLIN dying, BBIG. BBIG I'm holding on my other account on my webull, so I'll continue holding that. ABVC. I'll continue holding this. Still looks pretty good. No. That's just watching, and watching. Right. So this filled, great. And after it filled, it's continuing to die down. All right. So you can see that the level 2 data isn't really matching with what's happening, because there's a lot of buyers, but the selling is what's unfortunately winning. Right, because we got some big sellers, big amounts of sellers, right? 1,500, 1,100. That's a lot of people selling at these price ranges, and those price ranges are getting filled. Right. So it's a trickle effect as it keeps getting filled more and more. So I sold that. Now I have more money to work with here. The QQQ call continues to go up pretty well, curling back down for some reason. So let me see. Should be a tiny curl, and then it just keeps going up because Apple is flying. Nice. AMD is flying. Also nice. They're just too expensive. Apple's too expensive. I don't want to do this. I don't want to pay that much for one contract. But I can't do this because that price is a big jump. It's not 151. Be very careful, right? The 152.5 call, if I buy that right now, I might get stuck holding it, and then by the end of the week, it goes to 0. So that's always a shitty feeling. AMD call too expensive. Pen is actually on the way down. So this is something I would watch for when it's done going down, because it does that constantly. It goes down, and then it comes back up. As you can see, this is a very green slope overall, right? It's an ascending slope overall. So they've been on a pretty good positive movement. If this breaks down too much and starts heading towards 80, then I would consider different alternatives. Now I could have scalped this. This would have been nice if I had a limit order ready for 0.7, sell it, then buy back in again. So right now all I can do is watch to see if it goes below my average and then buy more since I have more available. All right, so I just sold ATER, so now I have another 95 bucks available. All right. But it doesn't look like it's doing it. It's going back up again. You can always scalp. This is another thing. You want to be careful with how many contracts of different stocks you buy, because then you can't watch everything. You're not a computer, you know. So right here we're good. We're just watching this one thing. Apple's flying. Apple and AMD are looking great. In fact, if we look at all of our par stocks, Uber, Ulta, Okta, Snow, Penn, EA, Airbnb, these are dying. Airbnb had massive positive movements, so this is probably just a healthy pullback. But on the other end, you know, we got Adobe, Trade Desk, Microsoft, all the tech stuff, right? Etsy online sales, M, W, Chewy, online sales, Square, Netflix. These are all amazing green movement with QQQ. So we're here for that. We're here for that. I don't know if I want to sell these at 0.7 the next time it makes it up there and buy again. You know, it's moving pretty well, so I'm happy with it. SPY and QQQ never really move too quickly unless some kind of tragedy takes place. Apple's actually really now it got its act together. Right? So in the beginning it was kind of moving up and down, up and down. Now it took off. It took off. Went all the way from 148 to 150. Right? Practically a $2 move. Need QQQ to kind of stand tall. So I'm not in too heavy, so I'm just gonna let this go, let this play out. Because scalping can be scary sometimes. Not really, but like I might miss out. For example, I might say that maybe I'll predict this is gonna go to 0.7 and then die again, right? And then I set a limit order to sell it at 0.7. And then what ends up happening is that it breaks past that all the way to $1. That would suck, right? I predict that by the end of the day, this is going to be worth like 150. So I would love those profits where I doubled up. I'm up 10%. I would like to be up 100%. So we're going to chill. What I could do is I could buy more if it comes below my average, which if it does, there you go. There you go. Keep going. Just a little more. No, that didn't last too long. It starts coming back up. All right, so we're just watching. We're definitely just watching for now. We're good with what we've got, and we can see that the market is doing pretty well. So today's play is just going to be for me to just do QQQ, but we've already seen what were the right calls, what were the right ways of managing those calls, right? I didn't buy anything that was going to end up being a problem for me. right? And I can move this over now, leave this here just to keep an eye on it. ATER, so I just sold this at 810. It's looking to kind of try making its way back up. I would not like to buy it again at anything above 810, so I'll be happy with what I got there. Okay, so BBIG, which I have on my webull, I got in at 8.96 pre-market because it moved really quick. I woke up at 4:10 and I bought it at 4:12 a.m. in the middle of the night, and it was already jumping up, so I got it at 8.960. Doesn't really look like it's about to do much more, so I might just go ahead and submit a limit order. Sell it at 9. I'm gonna say 9. Well, you know what? I don't actually need to sell it right now. I don't, because there's a chance that something may go well for me here and this takes off. It is possible. It is possible. So I'm going to let it be. As the day moves on, this might just skyrocket. QQQ kind of just bouncing between where I bought it and 0.7. I'm not scalping it because I don't want to miss out. If I had enough shares, if I had bought like 10 contracts, then yes, every time it would go to 0.7 or 0.6, I would sell like maybe 2 or 3, right? But I want to have some runners that go in case it just takes off to $1. Since I only bought 2, I don't have anything that I can scalp. I can't sell it, right? So I'm just going to hold that. I have money to buy one more if this falls below by some miserable opportunity. But I don't see that happening with how most things are moving. But, you know, let's see. It should be curling up pretty well and breaking through to $1.50 by the end of the day. So I'm happy with it. I'm not going to bother anything here. I only picked up 2 contracts. I'll just chill. As far as the stocks, I'm going to continue holding my BBIG in my webull account. And I look forward to this hopefully booming sometime today, maybe even tomorrow. Could possibly boom at the end of the day, after hours. These guys are dying. Catapult's dying. So everything else is kind of on its way back down. AMC is going up. Support already hit 40. They might continue going up a little bit more, but let me see. According to level 2 data, nothing crazy. Got a lot of big time sellers. A few buyers as well. We got big buyers as well, but apparently the selling part is winning. Yeah, same thing here. So AMC and support looking pretty similar. All right. Nice candles and volume, but not really what we want. I don't like messing around with anything when I don't have a lot of cash on hand. Most of my cash is already invested into something. So I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy, which is right here. Right? This is what I'm gonna sit back and enjoy. Just gonna sit back and enjoy the QQQ buy for today. I'm already up $140 in profits for the day from day trading that I did pre-market. And as far as my $1,000 a day goal is concerned, might make it with this. I only picked up 2 contracts, but I might make it with this. So let's see. QQQ looking good. And then I will see you guys again tomorrow morning. Thanks a lot for joining for now, and good luck.